Today we're going to wire a three-way. Everyone gets so confused when they're doing a three-way, and it's very simple to do. Just follow me on this one. We already have run the power from the panel to our first switch. The power's here. And we already ran the power going up to the light. We already ran that in a previous video. 14 gauge 3-wire. I'm going to strip it. Put it into the first switch, and you'll see it has that extra red wire that everyone freaks out about. Switch legs. So install it in the first switch. Staple within 12 inches of the box. And I already pre-drilled the hole, and I cut a piece of wire. And I'm using the same hole I did for the plug. I'm going to put another staple in so it looks better. Another staple within 12 inches of the box. Be very careful skinning this, that you don't nick any of the wires. Pull it off. So that's in there. I'm going to start at the feed end. So we're going to make up our grounds. Twist them together. Put a barrel crimp on the grounds. Tuck my ground up. Now I'm making the neutrals up. This is 14 gauge wire. The neutrals just pass through, they don't get tied to the switch or anything. Do a good twist, we just have 2 of them. Now we're done with the neutrals, so they get tucked in the back of the box. The power coming in is the common, and the 2 wires on the 14-3 are your switch legs. So I always wrap them like this, tuck them in the box. But today we're going to actually install the switches before the drywall gets installed. So a lot of people get the 2 blacks mixed up. So the black with the red are your 2 travelers. Call this common, and these are the 2 travelers. And then we have the ground wire. Install your ground. Now take a minute and make sure you have the two travelers and the common feed. So the common goes on the black screw. And it doesn't matter what traveler goes on either side. And this is your other traveler on the other side. At the next box, we make up the grounds first. Barrel crimp. Squeeze it. Tuck it in the back. Then we make up our neutrals, so the neutrals do not tie to anything. Well, they just tie together. They don't go on the switch at all. And my switch leg has the loop in it, the wire that's going from this box to the light fixture is called the switch legs, and these are called travelers at this particular switch. I'm going to install these with the compression fitting instead of using the screw on these. A lot of your receptacles and plugs have these little compression fittings. And I don't use them a lot, but on this particular lighting load is going to be very minimal. And a lot of your new lighting loads don't have a lot of power on them, so I'm okay with not wrapping it around the screw. The demand is way down on lighting these days. You still have to make up your ground, and there's no compression for the ground. Get your ground on there. So the switch leg going to the light now is the common. So it goes to the black. And there's that little hole. Push it all the way in, good and tight. The other traveler is in, good and tight. Always tug on them to make sure that they're good and tight. And there is a wire gauge there to show you how long to make them. And that's a lot easier for you home workers. And there it is. That's the simple three-way. So the power comes into this switch. It goes to the common from the panel. The two travelers go over to here. And then from here it goes up to the light fixture. This particular switch works like this. And the black goes to the copper. Then when you turn the switch, the black goes to this side. So it just swings, the switch just swings back and forth. That's the easiest way to describe it. You hit the switch here and the light comes on. You walk down the hall, hit the switch there and the light will go off. Now that the two three-ways are installed, I put some power to this circuit so I can show you how this works. We have power coming to the common. no power on the red, but we have power on the black. So, and then the power comes over here to this black wire, but it's not making connection to the common. So I throw this switch, and now the common gets hot. And I come down the end of the hallway, and I throw the switch again. Now I still have power on my common, but now the power is on the red. And the power comes over here to the red, but it's not making contact to the common. And I throw the switch, and it makes contact to the common. This is a basic little design that I made, and I'm not an art student. This is the common screw, and I just showed you the power's going through here. This switch just pivots back and forth, this way and that way. Common to here, to here. If this switch is down this way, the light does not come on. You turn the switch up, and the light comes on. And then you want to shut it off, the switch pivots this way. This is the hot wire now, coming from this switch, and the light goes off. It's just a pivoting switch. It's easy to see.